welcome to my channel. So I'm Situng Imhan. Today I'm going to talking about the steps you need to be following in order to come to New Zealand. So before we start the video, if you're not subscribed my channel, you can subscribe my channel, and also you can hit the bell icon as well. So the very first thing I'm going to talking about, where do you want to study? The first things. So in this case, you have plenty of option. You can study in Canada, you can study in Australia, you can study in USA. So if you're going to study in New Zealand, this video for you. Okay, the first things I'm going to talking about. So very first thing is, what do you want to study? The first thing you need to be think about what you need to study. So in this point, you need to be choose a course which you really good at, which means you really love to study. So for example, if you have a skill about hospitality management, if you have more investigation regard the tourism industry, you being with the tourism, that it's probably you can choose the hospitality management studies. So yeah, so and also when you choose a study program, you need to be consider about the how it helped to get the permanent residency in New Zealand. That also really important. I will tell you the secret thing in the currently which taking place in New Zealand. Nowadays it's little bit hard to take a permanent residency, to be honest, for the hospitality industry, and also even though for the cookery as well. But these rules will be changed along with the government changes, but hopefully it could be work in the future. I'm thinking, because I also am studying about hospitality management, is don't worry about that. Even though you can extend your visa, it doesn't matter if you have ability to come into New Zealand, if you have ability to get the visa in New Zealand. You don't really don't need to worry about the permanent residency, because even though you can extend the visa, and if you able to prove you have ability to live in New Zealand, if you have enough money to survive, then you can apply for the residency in the further. So and also you need to be consider about the permanent residency also when you selecting a course in in this point. So the third one is, everyone is talking about what college I need to choose. So for the international students, there are plenty of colleges in New Zealand. So if you're willing to come to the Auckland, I will suggest you three colleges. One is NZQA, the second one is Aspire 2, third one is Cornell. So normally the NZQA recent days, the prices charges are a little bit expensive as compared to other two. So I'm recommend you to choose Aspire 2 or Cornell, because these two college deliver very decent education system for the students. Because I'm also studied in Aspire to International College, and also they have enough resources, and the tutors also considerably okay. So and also charges also really reasonable. So recommend you to choose either Aspire to or Cornell. So these two colleges is work for you. So if you're willing to choose Christchurch for your studies in New Zealand, there is also the Aspire to branch, and also Tauranga, not Tauranga, yeah, Tauranga also have Christ Aspire to branch. So you can choose either Auckland, Tauranga, or Christchurch if you want to study in Aspire to. Obviously I suggest you to choose Aspire to, because they have all the courses which you need to expect in studies. So the fourth one is very important. The point, how you come to New Zealand, which means what are the requirements to get the visa in New Zealand. So the very important thing is English requirement. So how much you need to get. So generally, so if you don't have more qualification about the studies, so which means you need to be start with the level 5. So level 5 mean it minimum they require, if you come with the IELTS, you need maybe level, I think 5.5, each band 5. So IELTS is, and also you can do it from the PTA as well. So first of all you need to be collect the your English requirement. You need to be passed your English requirement. Then you need to be, so if you can also you can do the visa from online as well if you know about it. So if you don't know really about it, you can do some on behalf of you. So the second one, you need to be considered about the financial thing. Those things you need to be do by yourself. So it's quite risky at the moment, because most of the students coming by showing a lot of fake documents. So nowadays all the things are caught in by the New Zealand immigration police. So don't show the fake documents and come in here nowadays. It's really risky at the moment. So show the actual real documentation. So if you come through behalf of someone, they will be show you the way you need to be, the things you need to be collect in order to get the visa. So along with that, I will tell you one important thing. It is after you applying for the university, the university send you offer letter. It could be a unconditional or conditional offer letter. So it doesn't matter conditional, unconditional or conditional offer letter. So after you get in the offer letter, which mean you have offer from the certain university, then the only thing you need to be do is you need to be accomplish the all circumstances what they expect for the student visa. So if you come over through visa urgent, they will be they will provide you all the circumstances they expecting. For example, they expecting the funding, financial undertaking form. So actually, if you can be downloading in the Google financial undertaking form, what other things you need to be accomplished. And also they expecting the blood report and police report, and your education background in in, in the history, and along with that education English requirement, those kind of things. Those things are very simple and you can collect very easily. And after you accomplish all those circumstances, you can apply for the student to the student visa. But the very important thing, before you apply for the student visa, you need to be got very important one, that is a COE. COE mean confirmation of enrollment. Confirmation of enrollment will be sent your university, so you can be get it by mailing if you're doing online. But if you're doing by behalf of you, which mean from visa agent, they will be acquire that from the university for you. So that's very important thing. If you have that COE, then you can apply for the student visa. And in this case, if you do online by yourself, is a very important thing. Everybody is confusing about the insurance. Insurance is very very important, because without insurance you cannot be study and you cannot be staying in New Zealand. So the very important one is I will suggest you to get the insurance from the OBIT. OBIT is the most popular insurance in New Zealand for the student actually international students. So suggest you to get the OBIT. So if you do by yourself, so yeah, so those are the most important circumstances you need to be accomplished if you do the visa by yourself, and you either from for someone. Yeah, so yeah, those are the things you need to be really consider before you come to New Zealand, and also the steps you need to be accomplished. So yeah, I think you understanding about the process what you need to be executed. So I think you could be have some issues about the I know every time I get in the messages through the Facebook and Instagram regard the all the problems you have. So these are the things you need to be executed, so before you come to New Zealand and before you can do the visa. Yeah, thank you very much for being with us. See you.